The battle for Los Angeles. Both of these squads bring history and pride to these West Coast institutions, and while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins. 3A Sports College football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. And the legendary John McCabe would be proud of the execution of the running game, picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other stuff that goes with it, but you got to get to the running game. USC did a good job tonight.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could not put it back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th down. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go belly out. So when you start the game trying to be aggressive, defense, you got to give it back.
They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Touchdown, UCLA. He got a step and just dusted the field. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive in it.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Makes the catch. Gets away from one. Finds some Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. The Trojans will hustle to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Dances away to buy time. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. The extra point here would tie the game.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between a really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So obviously to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go forward on their own team.
Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruins.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about. Take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look simple.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Wisconsin. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Good timing on the quick out. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Trojans want to move quickly. He's looking to throw on third and short. Grab near the sticks. It's quick. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incompletely.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket and starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
It'll be a run on third and short. Runs through a tackle. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's second and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Running back searching for a hole. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They've got him looking wide, but they're going to throw it. It's complete to the right. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
You know, that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. We're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, USC. A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got a little space. Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They finally rustled out the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Trying play action. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. He'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, but that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The toss to the outside. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I really don't understand the play call. Call them like third and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you've got to trust your quarterback, and you've got to pass the football on third down.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Trojans hit it quickly to the line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers towards that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You see this more in college football. Motion running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does a linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Snagged out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, we always talk about the importance on defensive tackling. This secondary, they're going to have to really play with great effort and do a better job tackling these wideouts.
They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play and to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Steps away. Sweet cut there.
That was nice. That was nice. This is another play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense is kind of a picture poison. Too soft, too laid back. He runs and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
Touchdown, Trojans! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this ball now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the third. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Power football with the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Off play action. Unleashes one deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter with one possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Man, I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball function.
He's now up to 77 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. Wants to throw on third. Quickly out to the tight end. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. The origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse. It's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really, it's such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. Here's the handoff. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge all week long. They knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it down on the ground. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. The give to the tailback. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. And he will score! Touchdown, UCLA! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it to clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up a touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been blown the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This Trojan offense is ready to get back to work. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. They'll try the run, and he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Got his man quickly. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quick completion on the out. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's or the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you, when I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards with it.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Bulldozes his way and runs through another one.
Good one.
Southern Cal. They take the lead with the 6. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas State. We'll keep you posted on the Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with it. Just searching and working for the running move as he gets it out to the 26. The Bruins in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, just trying to get it up for the first down. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude. You can tell they took the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turn. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun, a handoff to the back. Breaks into the open. Across the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. At the 45 on its way. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. No huddle here for the offense.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments that time. They were able to...
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Looking to get it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They stop him short as he was trying to to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
That's a really nice play on second down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football. They have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
Fuck.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way.
Yes,
Stopped in
indeed.
the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Man, inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes it a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The pass didn't work last time. It might this time. He's got him this time. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Trojans are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they did. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
On the move, he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's got an open man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've been as advertised in the passing game, and that's carrying them now to holding their spot in the top 10 and keeping that eye on the playoff, guys.
No doubt, and especially man, when you make those late-season, big-time wins, top 10 wins, boy, do you put an exclamation point on your ranking. Nice job ending this. You got to end the season strong.
Yeah, and they've thrown it well all season long, too, David. You just keep wondering, is the other shoe going to drop at some point? Are they just going to have struggles? It seems like they never do. They came out against a good defense, a top 10 opponent, made a statement throwing the ball.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. And he keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly complete. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
That's how you end a football game. Nice job. You put the ball in your best player's hand. Let him go make a play. I know he runs out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. This ball game is over.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them more dimensional. Put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Trojans racing to the line in a hurry up. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. And the defense in desperation mode trying to hang on to give their team a chance. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Back in 1939, USC first stole Victory Bell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerged victorious over their crosstown rivals. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.